In the last video, we started working back on the Yashio Factory Street S15, and today it's time to start fitting the body kit. And this is the Yashio Factory Golf R Aero kit. This is the exact same kit that we put on my comp car, but it's going on the street car. This is the dream kit that I've wanted to put on this thing forever. We used to have the normal street spec Yashio Factory Aero, which just is the exact same kit without the big wider fenders. If you guys remember, I kind of like it because it was like progression as we stepped up. I think we might also be losing this wing and going to a ducktail, but quick update, we cut and did our fenders yesterday, all sealed up with seam sealer, the proper 3M stuff as well. And to get it nice and smooth like this, I just did the, good old container with a bit of dish soap and water in there and smoothed it out so the exterior here is nice and smooth. It's quite nice. But yeah, everything turned out really, really good. Cut, hammered, no slits, turned out really nice. So I'm really stoked on that. Obviously, this thing's gonna be getting bed lined in the wheel well as this is all gonna get painted pink as well and sanded and smoothed out and stuff. But yeah, I think it turned out really, really good. But it's time to start putting the aero on. Fiberglass master here.
Hey.
That aside, let's get started. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you guys, the audience, the community that we have built, because all of this, these 3 cars, everything in this shop would not be possible without you. And something that I've been kind of talking to you guys about in live streams is I really wanted to do a month focused on giving back to you. And this is a trial. This is me starting to do it, seeing how it's gonna go. And it's officially the month of the give back. It's June. So that means that we have tons of items from all of our incredible partners to give back to each and every one of you. And how it's gonna work is we have 30 days this month and we have over 30 items to give away every single day to a random person's order. So all you need to know is go to the website, show your love and support, grab yourself an order, whether it's a shirt, hoodie, Tomei car parts, or anything else on the website. All the information is there. But if you make a purchase, your order, we will just pick a random person every single day from that day's orders and give a random item to you. We've got this awesome steering wheel from Chase Bays with their Do Better slogan on it. I love that. We've got the chosen holy golden handbrake. This is super cool. I'm actually really jealous. This would look baller in like one of my cars. We have probably one of the big ticket items, a full G30 770 turbo kit from Garrett. This is like the best turbo for an RB25, RB26 single, or like, a 2J or a 1J with that happy medium of like 500 horsepower, super responsive. We've got some awesome K&N air filters, Garrett hats, ultra rare HGS Kaido House die casts. These are collector items, Dishworks fuel pumps, and another big ticket item is we have, look at this, Full Sim Magic Evo wheel plus one of the Evo Pro hubs. So this is like everything you need to start getting started into sim stuff, and this is a big ticket item as well. But yeah, all of this stuff, this isn't even all of it, by the way. Some people, we're gonna be picking multiple orders every day and giving them items too, because we have way more than 30 stuff. But thank you very much, guys. This would not be possible without you, and this is something that I'm trialing, like I said, but it's something I want to try and do every single year and evolve this into like a month where every day we're doing content as well and make it super fun for you guys. And it's a month that we really get to give back to you. So welcome to June, the month of the give back, and good luck, everybody. Go place your orders at SAMMIT.net, link in the description and at the top of the comment section. Thank you again. One really good thing about the Yashio kit is the holes are pre-drilled. So if you go to put this on and nothing lines up, something's wrong with your chassis. It's kind of nice. A few places they don't drill, like they have the slit there for that bolt, but then down here, they just have the indentation there for you to drill out. But for the majority, like even here down around the headlights, the holes are pre-drilled. So it's really, really quite a nice experience installing this on the car. I'm so excited, man. Oh, this thing's gonna look so good. Now, I do have to say, we are missing a few little pieces here and there, and that's purely just because we're waiting for it to come in stock. But it should be here in a week or so, and that's gonna be happening while I'm doing some traveling and filming overseas and stuff. So Daiki will be able to pick that up and get that fitted to the car. But the main thing is to try and have this thing with all the aero installed on it, everything that we have today. So that's all that needs to be done while I'm away. And then we can send this thing off to paint and body. Or actually, I'm thinking about taking this thing to the dyno and doing a couple test days with it before the paint and body, so we get a good idea of what it feels like and Maybe even, I mean, we could even get this thing street registered before the paint. I don't care. All we're missing is this over fender for the right side or the driver's side. We don't have that. And then for the front, we have both over fenders there and there, but we're missing the front canard part that comes from the bumper up here, which arguably is one of the sickest things. Now, one thing to take note is because the previous aero kit that was on this car was to a certain width, now we're going wider. When this thing goes to pass shotgun next, we actually have to fill out some paperwork, have the car remeasured, and make sure that that paperwork is filed with the car. So there's a little bit of a process here in Japan to make that happen, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. I cannot wait to see what this thing's gonna look like. Time for a pretty big update. Daikie's gone and gotten both of the front fenders on, and he's been working on fitting the front bumper. One thing I really like about Okachan's aero, especially with the front bumper, is he makes this section here really long, the ducting. So depending on what kind of intercooler you have, you can cut this length here to however it's gonna match up. So it's as close as possible to the intercooler to duct all that air straight in there. So depending on how thick it is how much you cut. It's such a good fitting kit, how everything just goes into place. Seriously, like out of every aero kit I've ever fitted, Yashio Aero goes on the best. It matches up, and I've said this before, but if you go to put it on and it doesn't fit right, it usually means your car's been crashed and stuff isn't in the right place anymore. Once he does the bolt up down there, we're gonna have probably about a 10 mil gap all the way around so that we're not rubbing or touching anything. But look how good that looks already. And we haven't even added our over fenders or anything yet, or front canards. Man, I'm so excited. This bumper is one that Okachan gave me that I'm gonna drop off at my paint guy, and this is gonna get all fixed up, and this will become my bumper budget for FD. So this is gonna get sent off, and this side definitely is worse for wear, that's for sure. So you can see there's a lot of aluminum plates in there kind of holding things together, but this is all gonna get fixed up, and this will get painted, and these holes will also get fixed up too. So the FD car has a spare bumper. I'm pretty stoked on that, to be honest. While Daikie's finishing putting on the front bumper, I thought I'd start placing the rear over fender here. Now, Okachan sells two types. There's one that starts at this kind of body line here and goes down, or there's the full one, which we called like the competition spec one, where it's the full fender, because if you have a comp car, it's like chopped all the way here, and sometimes it doesn't even have this rear section, and you have like a fiberglass back panel. But I prefer this one. It means it's gonna, match the body a little bit nicer. I feel like we can have some nut sets in here up higher. It's a little nicer, I feel like. But I just really want to show you guys how good the fitment is. Like, look around my fuel cap here. My placement is pretty well on. I probably need to move it a tiny bit further forward, but look at it, how well it follows the body line here. Now, bear in mind, this is back panel's been replaced, and this rear fender's had a little bit of a hit here. So I'm not expecting this to be perfect. Like I said, usually when Yashio Aero goes on a car, if there's spaces like this, it usually means your car's a little bent, and this is where the tire will hit. So I'm not surprised that it's a little different here, but that could also just be because this is the thin part. But look how nice that fits. Even all the way down here. Absolutely beautiful. Such a nice fitting aero kit. Look at that there too. Beautiful. No crazy work needed. I love that. Now, obviously, if you wanted this to be molded in, that's another whole thing, but we're not going to be doing that. This is going to be a removable rear quarter panel or slash over fender, but it's hard because we kind of have like these two, so it's like a over fender on an over fender, but I don't know. Call this the rear panel, whatever. Things are starting to look good here. He's already got some bolts going into the bumper. Dude, look at this line. So beautiful. So nice. Look at the headlight there too. No crazy waves or bends or twists. At the end of the day, you really get what you pay for. Next, I'm gonna slide the side skirt into place. And just make sure that this all fits quite nice. Everything I'm gonna be nut setting and using stainless steel hardware. So that's why I welded up all the old screw holes and stuff like that for this, because I'd rather do things a little nicer this time. Although this thing is gonna get drifted and drifted hard, but let's start off fresh. At least that's what Oko-chan always made me do. And I needed 2 hands to be able to close the door, but look how amazing this all fits up. We're gonna have to do, I think, a little bit here, or this could also just be, oh yeah, it's just because we don't have everything bolted in yet, but man, I love that. And where we cut the fender, right there, we still have this lip here. So this can all bolt into there, no problem. But I'm gonna just put some Gojo tape on there, help hold everything where it needs to be so we can start lining stuff up, working out where we need to drill holes. But this is definitely gonna be a little bit of a nice job for Daiki to work on while I'm doing some traveling overseas for sure. What a transformation already this is doing. Dang it, now I'm gonna have to get the tail lights in too so we can get that rear bumper mounted. I had to make sure I put the tail lights in and I got this side all taped up and lined up too. So we can start doing our marks and drilling. I'm gonna also see if we can sit that rear bumper on there. I'm getting way too excited about this. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, guys. Dang, this car's got an aero kit again. Might as well just paint the whole car white at this point. Oh, I'm so excited. One thing about my trunk that's kind of annoying is this was bolted up, so there's no way to open the key, right? But I've gotten pretty good at this, and I can do this on my Skyline too. I put my foot under it, and then I stretch back, and I'm able to grab on the wing and lift it up. Can anyone else do that? Or has anyone else been able to do that? Honestly, I need to set these, I don't know, little boot stops here where when you pop it, it actually lifts it up. But I really want to change this trunk anyways. This was a hand-me-down trunk from Oko-chan that he had lying around the back. And you can see at some point, some previous wing that was in here, someone like welded in these patches and never, you know, primed them or anything. So it's a little sad and how you're going. And I think there's even more holes in it that are probably full of putty and aluminum taped under. But you know, that's just what it's like sometimes. There's some of these chassis, so oh boy, we definitely need to fix that for sure. Here we go, kind of sealing the deal, putting the back bumper on like this, making sure everything lines up. Oh gosh, this is terribly hard, one-handed. Come on, Sam, you can do it. You've done more with your single. There we go. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. All right, let's tape this into place. Get this lined up. Got a few pieces of tape, holding it in. Dude, it's crazy how good this kit fits. Boom. Look at that. Gosh. So nice. That'll, yeah, no, that's actually pretty spot on. I feel like the bumper needs to come just a tiny bit more over this way. Let's see, what do we got over here? It's pretty level here. So, oh, there you go. It's just that little extra mil, and then that will be flush there. When it's all painted, you probably won't even notice that. Oh yeah, that's a lot more flush there now, but obviously, like I said, this rear end, it's got a new back panel in there, and it took a big hit to the tire wall, but from the most part, the guys that switched it out for me said it went on really nice, actually. But dude, I cannot complain. Literally, like, how is the aero fit to the body so good like that? Like, all we got to do now is pretty much go around, one of us hold it down, drill our holes, and then nutsert with a bit of paint first, like a primer in the hole and a bit of sealant, so that it doesn't rust or anything, and then nutsert, cap bolt, good. Although I've been thinking more and more about rivets. Me and Daiki have been talking, rivets might be a good idea, but I think the side skirts at least we should definitely, I don't know, I'm gonna think about it. But for now, gosh, what a difference. I'm gonna quickly Photoshop or ask AI to make this whole car white just for a picture, but it looks incredible. Oh, let's move the wheel now though. Will the wheel hit, Daiki? Whoa, it hits. Tattoo? Oh, yeah, we gotta cut that out. Okay. All right, I'll leave that there for now. It is what it is. That looks so good. Dang, the car's got a bumper again. That's awesome. Well, while I'm away, you're definitely gonna have a lot of things to cut. Oh my gosh. So crazy. Yeah, you gotta cut all of this and clearance it. See that? We can take the wheels off though. Dang. Even I sat the extra over fender on just so we get an idea, but dang. Sheesh. Luckily, I have a bunch of Advans from FDJ2 that are 18s that are gonna fit on this really nice, like 10.5J, so should be good. If we were leaving this as like this kit, we would only have to trim a few clearancing spots in the front, and then here, you'd only have to trim a little bit and stuff too. But because we're putting the Golf R on, which are the extra, you know, double over fenders that go on, all this actually gets kind of cut out and cleared out here as well, so that you can go even lower and fit even more bigger wheels and stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of get the gist of it by looking at the comp car, right? Like, especially in the front here, this isn't even here anymore, as you can see, because that just gets kind of cut here, and then this covers that section, so you have all this space for a bunch of wheel scrub and whatnot. Geez, I didn't realize the paint for the zones at FD was so wet that it would like splash up everywhere like that. That's kind of wild actually. But yeah, we'll be putting these Advans on there. One other thing to note is the kit of course includes this, which ends up going here. And they do have to notch it out so that it can actually open as well. But yeah, that'll go there on the stock fuel hat, and that way it'll match. I got the 15 on the ground and kind of tucked in here because I want to bring the Skyline out tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring and check out some new places where all the car enthusiasts and the locals and the young kids are going that aren't PAs. So that's going to be really fun. But seeing this thing now on the ground, dude, I'm not gonna lie, as much as I want the wide aero kit, I think we definitely should somehow acquire another S15 at some point for the street kit, because the street kit does look so good. It really does. Gosh. I mean, to be fair, the police would definitely give us a bit of trouble over this, so not great. I mean, yeah, the police would definitely give us trouble over that unless we had to, you know, move the spaces in more. But the rear is definitely no problem right now. Sorry, no, the rear is definitely a problem on this side without the other over fender because the wheel sticks out a fair bit. These are off the Chaser, by the way. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this kit fits. Fernando just rocked up. Are you planning to get a Yashio kit for your 15? Maybe? Maybe. Is this making you go, oh boy, the budget is getting blown out of proportion?
Don't remind me.
Don't remind you. Dude, it fits so good.
I love the bumper. The rear bumper, like, you can't see it right now, but it looks so clean.
Oh yeah, it looks so clean, the rear. I mean, everything's held on tape on the rear because it needs to be thing, and this isn't tight yet, but just the whole kit fits so nice. Oh, dang, I got a little close there. It looks so good. Yeah, the street kit's really nice. Not gonna lie, but I definitely want to be able to put like 10.5s in the rear and bring this thing out. I want this thing to be like a pretty decent grassroots competitive car. So I think it's gonna do really well, but yeah, definitely like just a simple street look. That's for sure. I think we need to definitely somehow build another one. You get a really good idea of how much wider it is when you see this side with the rear fender on there. But yeah, let's fire this thing up. See if this thing still sounds as good as I remember. Since I ran it last.
Really?
It's pretty warm, like it's like 35C already, so it should be alright, but probably the plugs are a little gummed up or whatever, I don't know. Gotta give this thing a clean. I hate birds.
What type of bird do you have in here?
No, that was when it was outside for a couple of days. also be still one of my favorite cars. I mean, sentimental stuff aside, this thing has been through the works. It's seen things. I've seen things with this car. Oh gosh, I can't wait to drive it. Before we head out, we've got a few things to wrap up here at the shop, but I wanted to talk to you guys because I just dropped off another 3 SR20s to get hot tanked and cleaned and prepped and stuff, even though they've already been sleeved and stuff that I picked up from Okachan, because I'm planning to start building SR long block, like long engine packages here for local guys or people that have cars here at Ebisu that need replacement SRs and all that kind of stuff, purely because I have the ability to build them and to make them and to do them for the, you know, the purpose of what I've used them for and all that kind of stuff. They've been really reliable for me. I haven't had any crazy issues and stuff like that. But mainly just because my heart is, I've seen so many people come over here, get taken advantage of, and then their trip to Japan is attached to this really bad feeling of, you know, them not having a good time here because of so much money they had to fork out and still they weren't able to drive or have a good experience and stuff like that. So what I want to do is make sure people have a good experience with, you know, a good memory with the experience that they have here in Japan. And part of that, I think, is providing a really good service where we're going to do core swaps and stuff like that and make them as cheap as possible where everyone's happy. So from the numbers that I've crunched, I think we're going to be able to provide a fully forged, like 2.1 with really good valve train, upgraded springs, all that kind of stuff, making sure the valve guides have been replaced and all that type of thing, for around the 1 million yen range. And that's going to be pretty much like a go-to 450 horsepower, like great build. And that should see a lot of people happy. Now, the only thing is though, being that we are here in Japan and people are flying over and stuff like that, sometimes shortcuts get taken a lot because they're just super excited and just want to rush and start driving, right? I'm not going to be selling these motors to people unless I know who's going to be tuning the car. I think that's something that's super important as well. There's a lot of, you know, guys that think they have a stock ECU as well, but they've got a flashed one. So, you know, I'll be working with those that decide to purchase from us. And I'll be going, hey, let's make sure you don't have like a flashed ECU. Or if you have a flashed ECU, you need to go somewhere and get it retuned now that you got a new engine and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's just going to be, our goal is to just help you guys out, help everyone that's here, whether you locally live here or you're visiting here. We want to see people do well, and we want people to not have a bad memory when they go home, or, you know, a bad memory living here. So yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit of a side rant, but I hope you guys understand. That's why also we started just doing the parts business stuff as well, because honestly, I just want to help everyone out and make sure that no one gets taken advantage of, because it just happens way too much. But yeah, let's focus on you guys being able to get good parts on time, and having a good experience here. I don't know, this is a little bit of a random tangent, but it's something that I've been posting on my Instagram, and a bunch of you guys were reaching out about it. So I want to make sure that you guys are all aware of what's going on. And then we're obviously expanding the parts side of things too. We're now officially, I think there's only 2 distributors in Japan as of us now, which is crazy for Garrett products, Garrett turbos, wastegates, blow valves, all that kind of stuff. So if any of you guys need any of that stuff as well, we'll be able to get that for you over here too, for a really good fair price as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yashio Factory S15 is on its way to coming back, and with a vengeance. I'm going to enjoy probably one of the first nights in a long time where I've just gone out with friends and gone driving around. It's just going to feel weird because we're not going to PAs, I don't think. Anyways, you'll have to tune into the next video for that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace. Ciao, mata.